So the final question that I'm going to tackle in this video, and there were many more really good questions which I responded to in writing, which you can see again in the interview down there, is what would I like to see in the Japan vlogging related scene? How would I like to see it grow? I guess the first thing that I really want to see more of, and I think a lot of people want to see, I often get asked, where can I find good Japanese language, where can I find good Japanese people vlogging? The truth is, Japanese people are still a bit shy. There are some cultural things about putting your face on the internet in a way that anyone can see. Those barriers are getting broken down, and more people are getting into it. But I definitely, I'd love to see more Japanese people getting into the style of vlogging that's really dominated by foreigners at the moment, and to see more good Japanese language content for all the people who are studying and really want access to Japanese content of quality. So that's the first thing. I think the other thing is, of course, on the foreign side, the Japan commentary side, there are a lot of really good Japan commentators and writers, radio people, columnists that are out there. And I'd really like to see those people get drawn in more to the vlogging genre to sort of to try it out and just add basically just more informed people and just raising that quality of content. There are some people, there are genuinely well-informed, good commentators already on there. There are some really smart people who have lived here a long time and have good things to say. There's also, though, there's a real mixing quality. There are a lot of people who also haven't been here very long and haven't seen very much, but they speak with they give it a lot of authority. And I really like guys like Peter Barakan, for example, or this guy. There's a lot of people who I think would do really well if they went into this format, and they'd find a great audience of people who'd really appreciate what they have to say, and I think they'd appreciate the interaction. So that's another thing. I think the real thing that I'm looking forward to and that I have the biggest expectation for is greater opportunities to collaborate. And I mean that in two ways. For example, I already, if you have a look at my channel, I've done a number of videos where I've collaborated with other video makers, for example, where we've shot video all by ourselves and one person's combined it all together and edited together a video. And that's hugely rewarding. It's really nice when you do a project with other people and you have this work that you've all put together succeed. But at the moment, I mean, even swapping video files because they're so big, emailing them and sending them to each other and trying to figure out ways to do it, it's really hard to collaborate. There are no collaboration tools, and in the end of the day, even if you have lots of people doing it, it all falls on one person to do all the editing on their home computer in the end, which again, some people have set up these collabs and have found the editing is far too much of a burden. So I'm really looking forward, first of all, to sites as cloud computing starts to take off. I'm really looking forward to the potential of that to allow better online high-definition editing in the same way that you have Google Docs or Google Wave, for example, this whole idea of sharing documents online and having multiple people being able to edit them simultaneously. I'm really looking forward to video editing becoming like that. And not just so that people can share video clips, but so that you can actually break it down and you can have computer graphics guys working on graphics parts of it, putting titles and stuff on and putting cool intro stuff and effects on it. You have some guys just shooting certain types of video. You have maybe some people who are good for the sound and voiceovers and sound filtering. You have musicians who just want to make music and they just want to get their music on lots of videos, and have them that they can put the music on themselves and have everybody be able to edit their own parts in the same way that professional television is currently done. That's the direction that everything's going, where you're going to have this cross-genre collaboration, where you're going to have writers who currently write blogs but they don't want to make videos, but you're going to have these teams of people who are going to meet through social networks, and they're going to basically, through these constantly changing teams, you have guys who just specialize in making music for lots of different people, guys who do graphics for lots of different people, and guys who are going to read a blog and they're going to say, hey, do you mind if I make a video based on your blog because I think it's really good. They're going to get their music friend, they're going to contact a guy they know about making graphics, and they're going to make these videos together, which are going to blow, they're going to make them in HD, they're going to be online, and they're going to blow a lot of TV content out of the water. And that's really what I'm looking forward to with Japan, seeing all of these great video makers, these Japanese video makers that exist that don't want to put their faces or put commentary on it, but combining all of these great talented sources together. And the main thing which I'm also looking forward to is there's all this great content that's locked up in Japan. It's locked up because of the language, primarily. and the shyness of Japanese people to get their stuff off of these closed networks on Mixi and Nikodoge onto YouTube, which I understand is kind of cultural, but it's so frustrating because there's so much stuff here which can really have the power, I think, to change how vlogging and online video is done overseas, and I'm really, really looking forward to seeing that content become more unlocked as language becomes less of a barrier and as opportunities for collaboration increase. And I think it's going to be really exciting, and pretty soon, I mean, you're really going to find you're going to be watching the internet for content which really is going to be hard to match by people. For example, when you have travel shows of people who land in a country, they get contact one or two experts, they film some stuff in a rush, they edit the show on a schedule, the people walking around that don't really know the place very well, they make very polished looking shows, but you're going to have stuff which is just as polished, made by people who are all experts in every aspect of what they do, including the commentary. And that's where I think online video is really going to take off, and I think it's really something to watch. And a lot of the people who you're watching now, I think are going to evolve with it, and it's going to be really exciting. So I think it's good to get familiar with the vlogging scene now. And I've got some recommendations in the written information about people who I think are good people to watch. And probably just like everyone else, I'm really looking forward to seeing what becomes of vlogging and blogging in Japan in the future. So yeah, anyway, it's been a pleasure, and definitely I look forward to getting your comments and feedback. Peace.